Happy Sabbath, family. I am Brother Judah Israel, and I have another message that I'd like to share with the listening ears of Yah's people. So happy Sabbath to our Father Yahuwah, our Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach, and the Ruach HaKodesh, and all the brethren, the family of Hebrew Israelites, who will view this video. And it is entitled, Testaments of the 12 Patriarchs and a Glimpse of Heaven. The testaments of the 12 patriarchs family, these are our ancestors. These patriarchs are the sons of Jacob. Yes, Simeon, Reuben, Benjamin, Naphtali. But I don't have to share today the testaments of all 12 brothers, but I just have something to share with that Simeon had written once he had got really up in age, and he was telling his children about some of the things that he was going through when he was younger. During the time his brothers, they sold Joseph into slavery. They sold him to the Ishmaelites, and the Ishmaelites sold him to the Egyptians. So, this is, just to show the people of Yah today that even our ancestors, they were people just like we are, and they had issues that they had to deal with just like we have issues that we deal with today. So this is just to share with the family that our ancestors, they had stuff to deal with too. And but the Most High Yah didn't allow him to continue to suffer with what he was dealing with. That envious spirit and that jealous spirit that he had of his brother Joseph. I know some of us have families and we have issues with our siblings and stuff like that. Me, myself, personally, I'm 11th child of 12 children, and I never had jealousy or envy toward my brothers or sisters, but I had other issues that I used to deal with, and I thank Father Yah that he delivered me from what I was dealing with. So we all have different things that we deal with in our lives, because this world is really wicked, and there are a lot of evil spirits that walk among us daily, family. So this message is no way in any shape or form a message of condemnation. No, it's just to help us to understand that even our ancestors, who Yah chose to be his chosen people, they had stuff that they had to deal with also. So as always, I like to start by saying, please, family, keep Yah's 10 commandments found in the book of Exodus chapter 20, verse 1 through 17. And our Messiah says in the book of John chapter 14, verse 15, if you love me, keep my commandments. There's another scripture that says in 1 John chapter 2, verse 4, he that says he know me and keepeth not my commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. So I'll be starting out in the testaments of the 12 patriarchs. I have something to share, like I said before, about what our ancestor Simeon was dealing with during the time they sold his brother Joseph into slavery. So this will be Testament of the 12 Patriarchs, the Testament of Simeon, the second son of Jacob and Leah. Like I said, I won't be sharing with the testaments of all brothers because it is so much, I would probably be a week or more trying to share what all the brothers' testament was about. So this is just something that Simeon was dealing with. Okay, and it starts by saying, listen, well, he's talking to his children, okay? He had become an old man, so he's telling them what he was dealing with. Okay, listen, my children, to your father Simeon, and I will declare to you what things I have in my heart. I was born of Jacob as my father's second son, and my mother Leah called me Simeon, because the Adonai had heard her prayer. Moreover, I became exceedingly strong. I shrank from no achievement, nor was I afraid of anything. For my heart was hard, and my liver was immovable, and my bowels were without compassion, because valor has also been given from the Most High to men in the soul and body. For in the time of my youth, I was jealous of many things of Joseph, because my father loved him beyond all. And I set my mind against him to destroy him, because the prince of deceit sent forth the spirit of jealousy and blinded my mind, so that I did not regard him as a brother, nor did I even spare my father Jacob. But his Elohim and the Elohim of his father sent forth his messenger and delivered him out of my hands. For when I went to Shechem to bring ointment for the flocks, and Reuben to Dothan, where our necessities and our stores were, my brother Judah sold him to the Ishmaelites. And when Reuben heard these things, he was grieved, for he was to restore him to his father. But on hearing this, I was exceedingly angry against Judah, in that he let him go away alive. And for 5 months I continued being wrathful against him. But the Adonai restrained me and withheld me from the power of my hands. For my right hand was half withered for 7 days, and I knew, my children, that this had fallen on me because of Joseph. And I converted and wept, and I implored the Adonai Elohim that my hand might be restored, and that I might hold aloof from all pollution and envy, and from all folly, for I knew that I had devised an evil thing before the Adonai and my father Jacob, on account of my brother Joseph, and that I envied him. You see, family, Yah did not let him stay bound by the spirit of envy and jealousy. See, we all go through things. Back when I first read this years ago, I was like, wow, how can I do that to their brother, But it says, the word of Yah says that it was Yah's will that this happened to Joseph, because he was getting him there ahead of time, because he knew that there was going to be a famine in the land of Canaan where the rest of the Israelites were. So he caused this to happen to Joseph to get him there ahead of his family. So what is that saying? He is control of all spirits. Even evil spirits work for him. It's like in order to understand a lot that we do not understand, the best thing to do is keep searching the word of Yah and reading more and more and more, and it will bring more understanding to us, family. Okay, but like I said, that Yah did not let Simeon stay bound by the spirits of deceit and envy and jealousy just for a season. Okay? But, now chapter 3 says this. And now, my children, listen to me and beware of the spirit of deceit and envy. For envy rules over the whole mind of a man, and permits him neither to eat nor to drink, nor to do any good thing. But it always suggests to him to destroy him that he envies, and so long as he that is envied flourishes, he that envies fades away. Therefore, I afflicted my soul with fasting in the fear of the Adonai for 2 years. And I learned that deliverance from envy comes by the fear of Elohim. For if a man flees to the Adonai, the evil spirit runs away from him. So that's our answer. Whatever spirit or whatever we're dealing with, family, it is suggested here, let's run to the Adonai, and the evil spirits run away from him. So the evil spirits will run away from us as we get closer and closer to Yah. So Yah is our answer. Let's run to the strong tower. He's the strong tower. We run to him and we are safe. Just like scripture says. Okay, for if a man flees to the Adonai, the evil spirits run away from him, and his mind is lightened. And henceforth he sympathizes with him whom he envied, and forgives those who are hostile to him, and so eases from his envy. That's how you get delivered. Drawing closer to our Father, Yahuwah. Okay, now I'm going to share what's in chapter 4, 5, and 6, just small chapters, 4, 5, and 6, okay. And my father asked concerning me, because he saw that I was sad. And I said to him, I am pained in my liver, for I mourned more than all of them, because I was guilty of the selling of Joseph. And when we went down into Egypt, and he bound me as a spy, I knew that I was suffering justly, and I did not grieve. Now Joseph was a good man, and had the spirit of Elohim within him, being compassionate and pitiful. He bore no malice against me, but loved me even as the rest of his brothers. Beware, therefore, my children, of all jealousy and envy, and walk in singleness of soul with good heart. Keep in mind Joseph, your father's brother, that Elohim may also give you grace and glory and blessing on your heads, even as you saw in Joseph's case. See, he's sharing this with his children before he died, because he don't want them to be suffering from these spirits of deceit and jealousy and envy. It's good to pass the knowledge down to your children so they won't be caught up in something and they don't understand why. So it's good to share this word of Yah with your children if they will listen. All his days he did not reproach us concerning this thing, but loved us as his own son, and glorified us beyond his own sons, and gave us riches and cattle and fruit. You also, my children, must love his brother, even each one with a good heart, and the spirit of envy will draw from you. Okay, with a good heart, love your brothers, and the spirit of envy will withdraw from you. From this, envy makes the soul savage and destroys the body. It causes anger and war in the mind, and stirs up to deeds of blood, and leads the mind into frenzy, and does not permit prudence to act in men. Moreover, it takes away sleep, and causes tumult to the soul and trembling into the body. For even in sleep, some malicious jealousy, deluding him, gnaws, and with wicked spirits disturbs the soul, and causes the body to be troubled, and wakes the mind from sleep in confusion. And as a wicked and poisonous spirit, so it appears to men. See, everything is spiritual, family. These are our enemies. See, if a person, is like you're seeing somebody with something that you don't have, and and it causes a person to get jealous or envy. That's a spirit. That is not normal human behavior. So, we need to be delivered from stuff. Sometimes, he didn't even know he had this spirit when he was going through the selling of his brother. He just thought that he was being himself, and that he hated his brother because his father loved him the most. And he thought that it was normal for him to have this hate for him. He wanted to kill him. He said he was mad at Judah because Judah sold him to the Ishmaelites, and he was mad at Judah for 5 months because he wanted to kill him. But see, he didn't know that he was being influenced in his mind by evil spirits. These are evil spirits, family. They are the ones that cause discord and division among people. This was family. This is blood relatives right here. So I'm saying, it's like, if we're going through this stuff in our own families today, it is because of spirits. This is what is affecting our families and dividing our families. It's these evil spirits. But the way to be delivered from them, family, is that we have to move closer to Yah. And as we move closer to Yah, family, the evil spirits run away from us. But if you don't move closer to Yah, well, the only deliverance is through him. If we don't move closer to Yah, these spirits ain't going nowhere. The word of Yah says in the scriptures, submit to Elohim, resist the devil, and he will flee. We have to first submit to Elohim and resist the devil. Then they will flee. But if people keep Yah out of their life, them spirits ain't going nowhere. So please be mindful, family, that this is what we all deal with in this world. The Bible clearly says the battle is not of flesh and blood, but of principalities, powers, and rulers and spiritual wickedness that sits in high places. These are the enemies of mankind. And if you always see people as your enemy, You don't get the underlying root of the problem if you don't deal with what's pressing this thing spiritually. See, they are the ones who press us in our minds to have division and discord towards one another. But deliverance from them is getting closer to Yah. See, as we get closer to Yah, he teaches it. He said, love your neighbor as yourself. You hear them 10 commandments. See, throughout all our generations, he wants us to keep his 10 commandments. That's drawing closer to him. Love our Father Elohim with all our heart, soul, and all of our strength. And the next commandment is love your neighbor as yourself. Do not steal. If you love your neighbor, you won't steal from them. Do not kill. If you love your neighbor, you won't kill them. If you love your neighbor, you won't try to commit adultery with their spouse. Okay? It's all about drawing closer to him. And how we do that is keep his 10 commandments. And it's the more we draw closer to Yah, the evil spirits run away from us. But if you don't draw closer to Yah, them spirits ain't going nowhere. And you're all in your flesh, and you don't even know you're dealing with them evil spirits. Simeon didn't even know he was dealing with evil spirits. But the blessings of Yah let him know what was being affecting, what had been affecting him in his mind with his jealousy and envy toward his brother. So Yah did not let him stay. But it says he fasted for 2 years. He wanted to be delivered. He fasted for 2 years. He repented. So we have to move and draw closer to Yah, family. Like I said, this is not a message of condemnation toward the body, because if you have been chosen by Yah, he ain't going to let you stay there. The Holy Spirit, the Ruach, will give us what we need to pray and fast about. So please, family, this is not a message of condemnation, not for us chosen of Yah. He ain't going to let us stay. I used to be bound with the spirit of shyness. And I didn't understand why I was so shy when I was young. But as I look now, because I've been studying Yah's word, as I look back on my life now, and part of it had to be because he didn't want me to get involved with somebody that it was not meant for me to get involved with. See, he is in control of everything, family. I'm not bound by the spirit of shyness now. I mean, back then when I was so young, if somebody asked me my name, I would have to say it 4 or 5 times because I talk so softly. I had to say it 4 or 5 times before they heard me. But see, I'm not bound by that spirit no more, the spirit of shyness, But getting closer to Yah is how we get delivered from these evil spirits, family. Okay, chapter 5 says here, therefore Joseph was handsome in appearance and attractive to look on, because no wickedness dwelt in him. For the face manifests some of the trouble of the spirits. You hear that, family? It says, for the face, a person's face will manifest some of the trouble of the spirits. So if anybody is bound by any kind of evil spirits, it will kind of show in their face. And sometimes you see some people that's like it's just something about them you just can't put your finger on. They just have a look. Something spiritual is behind the scenes inside of them. So we have to pay attention. This world we live in is physical, but the things that's moving everything along is spirit. It's spiritual. It's spiritual in nature. That's why the world has so many problems, but the world has so much knowledge with technology and stuff, but the world can't solve the problems of the world. Why? You know why? Because they are spiritual in nature. And how we get delivered from stuff and how we find the answers, how to overcome things, is getting closer to Yah. Getting closer to Yah. Not run away from him. Get closer to him. Okay, verse 2 says, and now, my children, make your hearts good before the Elohim, and your ways straight before men, and you will find grace before the Adonai and men. Beware, therefore, of fornication, for fornication is a mother of all evils, separating from Elohim and bringing near to Belial. That's the devil. It's spelled Belial. Google that. Belial is the devil. For I have seen it inscribed in the writing of Enoch that your sons will be corrupted in fornication and will do harm to the sons of Levi with the sword, but they will not be able to withstand Levi, for he will wage the war of the Elohim and will conquer all your hosts, and they will be few in number, divided in Levi and Judah, and there will be none of you for sovereignty, even as our father also prophesied in his blessings. Just a little something to share from the testament of the 12 Patriarchs family. And one of the brothers, Reuben, he had a problem with lust. He was about 30 years old. He saw, Jacob had the 12 sons by 4 women. So the oldest boy, Reuben, the spirit of lust was on him. And he was looking at one of his stepmothers one particular day when their father was gone, and lust, consumed him, and he actually had sex with his stepmother. Oh, he was punished for it. And once, the Adonai let his father Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, he let him know what had happened with his son, that he had uncovered his father's nakedness by sleeping with his wife, his father's wife. And after that, it hurt our ancestor Israel, Jacob, so much that he never slept with that wife again because of what his own son had done. But these spirits, family, our ancestors who Yah chose to be his chosen people, they were dealing with stuff way back then, but they were still his people, and they are in paradise right now. So we are the offspring, and we still deal with these evil, wicked spirits that are among us today. But don't be embarrassed and feel shame because you might be dealing with something. No, don't. Expose that thing. The word of Yah says that we should bear each other's burdens. Confess our faults to one another. We confess our sins to Yah, but the word of Yah says confess your faults one to another to fulfill the law of Elohim, to fulfill the law of Christ. But don't feel shame if you're dealing with stuff. We all are dealing with something in our lives that we need to be delivered from. And the way to be delivered, according to scriptures, is getting closer and closer to Yah with your relationship. There's nothing to be ashamed of because, we have no fellowship with evil spirits. Our fellowship is with our Ruach, and our fellowship is with the Father and our Messiah. We have enemies that hate us, these spirits that come up against us and try to cause divisions between us and our families and other people. But we can be delivered from stuff like that. Don't help the evil spirits by continuing the drama with other people. No, you let them off the hook and don't allow yourself to be used by these evil spirits no more. We have to take it to the Father. I asked, like I said, I was dealing with shyness for a lot of years, but I got so tired of it, and then I prayed about it. And then, I was delivered. Thank you, Father. So now the next part of this that I want to share will be. I think I want to read chapter 6 here, and then that will be the last part of testaments of the 12 patriarchs, our ancestors, the 12 patriarchs, the sons of Jacob, the sons of Israel. Okay, chapter 6 says this: Behold, I have told you all things that I may be acquitted of your sin. Now, if you remove your envy and all your stiff neck from yourselves, my bones will flourish in Israel as a rose, and my flesh in Jacob as a lily, and my fragrance will be as the fragrance of Libanus, and holy ones will be multiplied from me as a cedars forever, and their branches will stretch far off, then the seed of Canaan will perish, and a remnant will not be to Amalek, and all the Cappadocians will perish, and all the Hittites will be utterly destroyed. Then the land of Ham will fail, and all the people will perish. Then all the earth will be at rest from trouble, and all the world under heaven from war. Then the mighty one of Israel will glorify Shem. That's our ancestor, Shem. For the Adonai Elohim will appear on earth, and he himself will save men. Then all the spirits of deceit will be given to be trodden underfoot, and men will rule over wicked spirits. When our Yahushua Mashiach comes to this earth, we will rule over evil spirits. Then I will arise in joy and will bless the Most High because of the marvelous works, because Elohim has taken a body and eaten with men and saved men. Okay, now the second part of this, I want to share about a glimpse of heaven. Like I say this in no way, shape, form, or fashion toward us who are chosen of Yah. This is not a message of condemnation. You know, he gave our ancestors the word and all the books are for our people, for all the generations. You know, he wants all of us to know the word that he had given our ancestors. It's for all the generations of his people. So we'll be aware of things, okay? So it can help us in our daily lives. He wants us to know. It's about his relationship with his people. He wants that relationship with us, the offspring, just like he had with our ancestors. But all the 12 disciples knew this stuff. All these writings, this was before they was hidden. They all knew this stuff. You know, what was going to happen to them once they died. They knew all that back then, Christ's disciples and stuff. And then once Israel, Jerusalem was attacked by the Romans in 70 AD, and they came in and found a lot of the scrolls, but a lot of stuff was still hidden. And they were still finding stuff in the 19th century, 20th century, you know, but they were written. Yah gave this knowledge to our ancestors, and it's for all the generations. He wants us to know this truth. Like I said, this is not about condemnation toward any of us, just to know what has been written for us. Okay, this is Esdras talking to one of the messengers that Yah has sent him. Okay, and he had a lot of questions. Okay, I'll be starting the second Esdras chapter 7, verse 75. Okay, if I have found grace in your sight, O Adonai, show this to your servant also, whether after death, even now, when each of us give up his soul, will we be kept in rest until those times come in which you will renew the creation, or whether we will be tormented immediately? And he answered me and said, I will show you this also, but do not join yourself with those who are scorners, nor count yourself with those who are tormented. He was letting Enoch know, Esdras know, you're not going to be tormented. So don't worry about that. So anyway, he says he's going to tell him anyway. Okay, for you have a treasure of good works laid up with the Most High, but it will not be shown to you until the last times. For concerning death, the teaching is when the determined sentence has gone out from the Most High, that a man should die as the spirit leads the body to return again to him who gave it. It adores the glory of the Most High first of all, because heaven is beautiful. Okay? And if it is one of those that have been scorners and have not kept the way of the Most High, and that have despised his law, and that hate those who fear Elohim, these spirits will not enter into habitation, but will wander and be in torments immediately, ever grieving and sad in 7 ways. The first way, because they have despised the law of the Most High. The second way, because they cannot now make a good returning, that they may live. The third way, they will see the reward laid up for those who have believed the covenants of the Most High. The fourth way, they will consider the torment laid up for themselves in the last days. The fifth way, they will see the dwelling places of the others guarded by messengers with great quietness. The sixth way, they will see how some of them will immediately pass into torment. The seventh way, which is more grievous than all the previously mentioned ways, because they will pine away in confusion and be consumed with shame, and will be withered up by fears, seeing the glory of the Most High, before whom they have sinned while living, and before whom they will be judged in the last times. Now this is the order of those who have kept the ways of the Most High, when they will be separated from the corruptible vessel. In the time that they lived therein, they painfully served the Most High, and were in danger every hour, that they might keep the law of the lawgiver for perfectly. Here then is the teaching concerning them. First of all, they will see with great joy the glory of him who takes them up. Praise Yah. For they will have rest in 7 orders. The first order, because they have labored with great effort to overcome the evil thought which was fastened together with them, that it might not lead them astray from the life into death. And praise Yah. See, we have to overcome evil thoughts, cast them down. So I cast that down in the name of Yahushua Mashiach. I cast that down. I'm not receiving those thoughts. The evil spirits are around us all the time, trying to plant seeds of wickedness in our head to see if we're going to bite on it. But if it's wicked, it is ungodly, you have to cast it down, family, because these evil spirits, they're invisible, but they're trying to pull us away from Yah all the time. I deal with it so much, and they hate that I share the word of Yah with the believers on this YouTube channel. And I want to share with y'all that, sometimes it's very discouraging, but I know a lot of what we go through is just trials. So we have to overcome these trials. The trial of Abraham, he was told to go kill his son Isaac, but it was because Mastema had tested Yah to tell Abraham to do this. So that was one of the trials he had to go through. So we all face different trials in our lives, and sometimes it makes you feel weary, but the word of Yah says, be not weary in well-doing. And what encourages me, as the only person I have to talk to in my personal life, is Yah and the Ruach, because I love my family, but I'm the only one in my family who's living by the way. So I don't have nobody to call and ask for encouragement in this, because I'm the only one in my family who's living by the way. But what encourages me is you, family, who view my videos. The Bible says iron sharpens iron. When you comment and you like the videos, so we are to encourage each other in whatever way it takes. And also, as I continue to read Yah's word, I just put it in a message maybe a month ago or so. It says that when we are persecuted and harassed or afflicted or something by the devil, and then we still continue to do Yah's work, the disciple who he shared that with said that he loves us so much when we are still able to do Yah's will, his work, even when the devil is harassing us. So reading the word of Yah is what encourages me to keep on reading stuff like this in these other holy books. It keeps me encouraged, to continue. We gonna face trials. We gonna face tribulations. We gonna feel weary sometimes, but don't stop. The word of Yah says, he who endures to the end shall be saved. So his word encourages me, and the Ruach, I'm always praying, and you guys are my brothers and sisters in Yah. So you encourage me too as you view these videos, comment and like and stuff like that. So that also encourages me. So, and as I continue, So be not discouraged, family, when you're going through something. Just keep on hanging in there. It ain't, you might be going through something difficult, but it ain't because you did nothing wrong. You're just probably going through a trial, and you're probably being harassed by the enemy. He'll use other people to harass you too. But that's just what we have to accept and expect living in this wicked world. But the thing to do is stay connected to Yah. Don't grow weary in well doing, and just hang in there and keep on doing the right things, family. Okay? And Yah will see us through. Okay, as I continue. The second order, because they see the perplexity in which the souls of the ungodly wander and the punishment that awaits them. The third order, they see the witness which he that fashioned them bears concerning them, that while they lived, they kept the law which was given them in trust. The fourth order, they understand the rest which, being gathered in their chambers, they now enjoy with great quietness, guarded by messengers, and the glory that awaits them in the last days. This made me feel so encouraged when I was reading this the other day. The fifth order, they rejoice, seeing how they have now escaped from that which is corruptible, and how they will inherit that which is to come, while they see, moreover, the narrowness and the painfulness from which they have been delivered, and the large room which they will receive with joy and immortality. The sixth order, when it is shared to them, how their face will shine as the sun, and how they will be made like the light of the stars, being from now on incorruptible. That's what we got coming, family. We will be shining as bright as the stars with an incorruptible body. That's what we got coming, family. The seventh order, which is greater than all the previous orders, because they will rejoice with confidence, and because they will be bold without confusion, and will be glad without fear, for they have hastened to behold the face of him whom in their lifetime they served, and from whom they will receive their reward in glory. This is the order of the souls of the just, as from now on is announced to them, and announced are the ways of torture which those who would not give heed will suffer from now on. And I answered and said, will time therefore be given to the souls after they are separated from the bodies, that they may see what you have spoken to me? And he said, their freedom will be for 7 days, that for 7 days they may see pardon me, the things that you have been told, and afterward they will be gathered together in their habitations. And I answered and said, if I have found favor in your sight, show further to me, your servant, whether in the day of judgment the just will be able to intercede for the ungodly, or entreat the Most High for them, whether fathers for children, or children for parents, or relatives for relatives, or countrymen for countrymen, or friends for those who are most dear. And he answered and said to me, since you have found favor in my sight, I will show you this also. The day of judgment is a day of decision, and displays to all the seal of truth, even as now a father does not send his son, or a son his father, or a master his slave, or a friend him that is most dear, that in his stead he may be sick, or sleep, or eat, or be healed. So never will anyone pray for another in that day, neither will one lay a burden on another, for then everyone will bear his own righteousness or unrighteousness. I could go on, but I don't want to make this video too long. But the part that I think we should be rejoicing about is for us who serve Yah, what will become of us after we give up these corruptible bodies, that we will be taken to meet him, and we will be showing so many great things, what we got coming, because we made it. And let's let our mind not dwell on those who did make it. A part of this scripture says that the Father you know, his mind and his thoughts are on us who please him and who will share with him in glory for all eternity, and that he's not even concerned or thinking about those who lived on this earth and had a chance to receive him, but they chose not to. He ain't even thinking about those who didn't make it. So his concern is on his children who serve him. Okay, so I'm just going to end this right here. So this was just some word of Yah to share with the family of believers that in the first part, the testaments of the 12 patriarchs, our ancestors, the 12 sons of Jacob, you know, they were people just like we are. They had issues like jealousy, envy, and deceit and stuff going on that they dealt with, just as we do. Family drama, just like we have family drama. So the way to be delivered from those spirits, it says, is to draw closer and closer to our Father Yahuwah. And as we draw closer to him, those spirits will flee from us. So that's the way to be delivered from any spirit, is draw closer to the Father. And the spirits are afraid of him. They run away from us when we draw closer to Yah. So this has been Testaments of the 12 Patriarchs and a Glimpse of Heaven. I'm Brother Judah Israel. I hope you got some understanding in Yah's precious name. So until next time, may Yah bless you and your families. Stay safe and shalom.